at the other end of the carpet for the Canton Invaders. Burwash has a 14.43 points against average. He is 0-3 this season. Todd Hofford of the Heat is 0-2 with an 18.24 points against average. So both clubs going with their backup keepers for this contest. Harrisburg in the white, Canton in the red. And the Heat will go from left to right here on the Heat Radio and Television Soccer Network. Ball sent down into the Heat left corner. Todd Smith getting back on it. Ball's played back out in the neutral zone. Chris Love on it. Sending it out of midfield to Powers on the near side to Love. Under pressure, Burwash tries sending it down the middle. Gave it away momentarily to Manny Uden. Now Powers getting it down over on the far side. Paul Can getting it back. Powers again under pressure at his own yellow line. Plays it up the middle to Marcela Carrera. Carrera working it down the right side. Plays it down into the Heat zone. Bob Lilly is back on it, keeping it away from Can. Getting it out to Todd Smith. Smith will play it out of midfield to Mark Pulisic. Pulisic along the near side, getting it down in the seam. Kumba Olabi. He'll move to the right wing off the boards in front. Chris Kelly got a piece of it, but not all of it. And Burwash comes out with it. Man to watch for Canton is Marcela Carrera, fourth in the NPSL coming into this game with 55 points. Chris Love almost giving it away, plays it out of midfield. Tariq Walker comes up with it for the Heat, plays it down into the right corner. Chris Kelly will catch up to it. Kelly in the right corner boards, works it back out to the wing. Under a little bit of pressure, now has it stolen away by Can, who gets it out to Marcela Carrera. He'll poke it back over to Can. 2-on-1 develops for the Invaders. Left side, wide open shot, score! Canton Invaders. The unknown number 26. Two nothing in favor of Canton. And obviously Denzo Antonio has been making some moves and nobody knows about it. A taped name on the back. Two nothing in favor of Canton. Chinapoo will send the ball down into the right corner. On it, Doug Swanson has it knocked away. Mobilio's shot just wide. Brian Bradley with the goal for the Canton Invaders. At midfield, Tom Bialek moves in towards the Canton zone. Foul sends it back out of midfield. Bradley from Paul Can at 134. That is, incidentally, Brian Bradley's first goal as a member of the Canton Invaders. No surprise, the guy doesn't even have his name on the back of his jersey yet. Early here in the first quarter, 2-0 favor of the Canton Invaders. On the restart, Richard Chinapoo tries shutting one down the slot, cleared back out in the neutral zone. Chinapoo playing it back to Hofford at the yellow line, far side. Richard Chinapoo moves across the midfield stripe. On the near side, Manny Uden. Uden plays it down into the right corner to Betcher, back out front. All sent to the far side. On it, Mark Pulisic. Kept in by Kumba. He'll play it back out of midfield. Chinapoo is on it. Long three-pointer. That deflects wide. Betcher has it left wing. A little bit too far in front for Kumba. Knocked down. Kumba keeps it in, and then Burwash will dive on it. Drew Burwash in his own zone will whip it back down the field. Ball sent into the Heat zone. Hard shot by Marcela Carrera on the half volley. Hofford right there and plays it out to Manny Uden. Uden will dump it down in the left corner. Mark Pulisic waits for some help. Now sends it in front, but Burwash scoops it up before Tariq Walker can get to it. Burwash quickly whipping it back the other way. Ball goes down into the Heat zone. Bob Lilly on it there, keeping it away from Marcela Carrera. At midfield, Todd Smith. Mark Pulisic shot wide, comes back out front. Ben Powers will clear it out in the neutral zone. 2-0 Canton. Bob Lilly. Far side, Todd Smith. And Todd Hofford outside his own yellow line, shutting it down into the right corner. Chris Love in his own zone, trying to get it out, and does. Ball knocks around outside his own yellow line, then Marcelo Carrera comes up with it. Far side pass for Denzel Antonio. And knocked out of play. So it'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat, right in front of their own bench. Todd Smith restarts things, playing it out at midfield. Chris Kelly sending it down. Right side, Mobilio into the corner. Burwash getting it back. Down the near side, Marcelo Carrera moves in to the left wing board. Shot high and wide, goes around the glass to the far side. Tom Bialek. Bradley on his back, plays it off the boards carelessly. Carrera comes up with it, then stolen away right out of underneath it by Todd Hofford. Nice play by the rookie goalkeeper. Otherwise, Carrera was ready to have a field day. Chris Kelly setting it down the near side. Tom Bialek at midfield. Far side, Todd Smith. He'll send it down the left corner, Dominic Mobilio. Mobilio currently 6th in the league in scoring. 49 points coming into this contest. Mobilio again moves it around the boards in front. Shot by Betcher, scooped up by Burwash. Drew Burwash taking his time. The Invaders lead 2-0. Early on here, Canton still looking for its 300th franchise victory. Todd Smith moves to the left wing, shot wide. Smith got knocked down. It'll be a foul against the Canton Invaders. Free kick coming up here for the Harrisburg Heat, left wing of the Canton zone. Betcher to restart things. Out front, Smith with a three-pointer that goes wide right. Kumba has it on the wing. His kick is blocked. Out front, Todd Smith. That's up into the crowd and out of play. Asim Kumba Olabi for the Harrisburg Heat. Has played only a few games this season since coming back from knee surgery on the offseason. Burwash will send the ball down the near side. Marcelo Carrera near boards, getting it back to Can. He'll send it to the far boards in the Heat zone. Chris foul. Now Carrera, left side Can. Can on it, left wing, lofts it high in the air, and Chinapoo will clear it back down the field. Ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Burwash. He'll wind up and throw it. Keith Defini on it, sends it back. Foul against the Heat. Denzel Antonio at center circle. Laying it down the Heat zone. Chinapoo there to clear it back out of midfield. Pulisic will come up with it. Mark Pulisic works towards the Canton zone, steps in left point. Now not sure where to go. Tied up along the boards, he'll get it back out to Chinapoo near side Lilly. Kumba, right point. Now Lilly in the neutral zone. Back out at midfield, Todd Smith. Manny Uden. Back for Todd Smith under some pressure. Back on the near side to Uden. Canton stepping up the pressure. Keeping the Heat back deep in the midfield zone. And now a foul will be called against Defini. It'll be a free kick for Harrisburg. Todd Smith restarts things. He'll boot it all the way down. Burwash comes out by the box, punches it, but it's a goal for Bill Betcher. Betcher followed the punch ball of Burwash and finished it off. And Bill Betcher ties this game at 2. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Bill Betcher, his 6th of the season. Mark Pulisic will get the assist, or will they give it to Todd Smith? Nope, they are going to give it to Todd Smith on the assist. Hofford gets the ball back. He'll wind up and whip it all the way back down into the left corner. Tariq Walker trying to get it, but it's popped back out. Defini, far side, Denzel Antonio, player coach for the Invaders. Denzel sends it down in the right corner. Foul, can't get to it. Knocked away. Todd Smith trying to clear it out, get some help. Tariq Walker on it. Here come the Heat the other way. But Walker lost control at midfield. He had a momentary 3-on-2. But lost the ball. Foul will send it down to Feeney. Right point. Plays it back out of midfield to Enzo Antonio. Tied at 2 midway through the first. Antonio at midfield, sending it back at center circle to Foul. First foul, former Dayton Dynamo and Cincinnati Silverback player, to Doug Swanson. Enzo Antonio plays it towards the Heat zone, gets it back. Denzel now decides to dump it down. Defini tries sending it off the glass. Plays it back out front for Kevin Scott. He'll send it back in midfield to Foul. Foul on it, takes it down to the far side, dumps it into the Heat zone. No one there for the Invaders. And Todd Hofford will control. Hofford's going to make the long throw all the way down the Canton zone. Pulisic trying to get it free, but Bradley is right there to get it back to Burwash, who quickly whips it out to Marcelo Carrera. Carrera, a little loose with the ball, gave it away to Chinapoo. Manny Uden going for it, got knocked down from behind, but it's only a foul. Richard Chinapoo to restart things. Left side, Bob Lilly. Left corner to Pulisic. Back out, Bob Lilly. Hasn't knocked out of midfield. Manny Uden, left corner Lilly, but Lilly pops it back out in the neutral zone. Bialek with a head ball. Lilly will try to settle it at midfield. Tied at 2, Bob Lilly, former Pittsburgh Stinger player, along with Chris Kelly. Chris Kelly will be our halftime guest on the television side of things. Enzo Antonio with the ball in the neutral zone for the Invaders. Knocked away by Uden, but Enzo sends it away again. Chinapoo comes up with it for Mark Pulisic. Moves to the wing. His shot, score! Richard Chinapoo nailed it inside the left post for a 2-point goal. The veteran MISL player, formerly with Baltimore and Dallas, playing the last few seasons here with the Harrisburg Heat. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 8 seconds of the first. Richard Chinapoo. That is his third of the season from Mark Pulisic. Now we've got timeout. 5:52 to go in the first. It's Harrisburg 4, Canton 2. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Right there, she puts it back up and in, bringing them to within 1. They're going to have a pressure on. Got 7 seconds left. 6. Back. He's looking to the right side. He's going to loft it into the end zone. Touchdown. 28-0.
There's no time left. Passes inside to Jenkins. He takes it up, scores.
Whether you're a pro athlete or a weekend warrior, we'll help you get back on the playing field. Call Tim Commercy Sports Medicine Center at 489-1245.
4-2 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Richard Chinapoo, the assistant coach and player for the Heat, giving Harrisburg the lead. At midfield, Dominic Mobilio is on it for Harrisburg. Plays it near side of Chris Kelly. Kelly slows it up in midfield. Sending it down on Burwash. He'll grab. Burwash winds up and lets it go again. Headed into the Heat zone. Todd Smith back on it. Nice little fake on Marcelo Carrera. Smith will bring it out himself. Todd Smith, crossfield pass, busted up, but Chris Kelly will get to it next. Kelly sending it down for Kumba, knocked back out by Cam. And Carrera has it near side of Powers. Powers to Bradley. Carrera sends it down off the boards. Hofford grabbing on, but then got pushed down from behind by Bradley. It's only a foul. Hofford had that in his hands. Bradley knocked it out. When Hofford got it again, Bradley was right there to use a little bit of the body. Todd Hofford restarts things with a rocket throw down the near side. Todd Smith sending it down to Betcher, right point. Out to Mobilio at the yellow line, down wide right. The follow-up by Betcher, chipped over the crossbar, out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. Bill Betcher leading the Heat this season with 17 assists. Danny Kelly has 11 assists, but is not playing in this contest. Burwash with the ball in his own zone. Again, lets it fly down the near side. Headed out of play by Cam. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. 4:21 to go in the first. 4-2 Harrisburg. Glad to have you along on the Heat Soccer Network and our friends at Prime Sports KBL. Richard Chinapoo, the assistant coach for Harrisburg. Hampered earlier this season with a calf injury. Seems to be working it out quite well. All sent down in the left wing boards. Pulisic will bring it back out. They'll play it to Hofford outside his yellow line. Hofford sending it back down into the Canton zone. Lilly trying to get to it out front. Pulisic, right side of the box. He shoots and scores. Mark Pulisic. A 2-point goal from the right side of the box. And the Heat now lead it 6-2. Time of the goal, 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Mark Pulisic, the 12th leading scorer for the Heat this season. His 19th goal of the year. Bob Lilly will get the assist. And the Heat have opened it up to a 4-point lead. At midfield, Manny Uden called for the pushing foul. To be a free kick for the Canton Invaders. Denzel Antonio sending in the Heat zone, sent back out by Betcher. Antonio running it down. Our side, the Feeney has it knocked back into the zone by Betcher. That will be an over and back violation. Betcher hit it last, and you cannot play it back over your own yellow line. So a free kick coming up for Canton. Center point of the yellow line. Denzel Antonio will approach. He'll pull the trigger, and that's blocked by a two-man wall in front of it. Ball sent back in. DeFeeney, Swanson scooped up by Hofford. Richard Chinapoo will bring it back out in the neutral zone. Center circle to Manny Uden. Uden dumping it down in the right corner. Betcher's going to get to it first, trying to swing it around. Turnaround shot is blocked. He'll play it back out front to Uden, who sends it off the boards. Ball pops loose, kicked high, and back out in the neutral zone. Uden, head ball on far side of Chinapoo. Chinapoo getting it down to Mobilio. Left wing boards back out in the neutral zone to Chinapoo. Betcher near the top of the arc, posting up. Plays it into the left corner. Mobilio will center it. Back out to Chinapoo. Bialek. Chinapoo gave it away to Denzel Antonio. And back the other way, Cantons. Antonio dumps it deep down the Heat zone. Hofford out of position. Chinapoo trying to run down to Feeney, able to keep him occupied and clear it back out. Kevin Scott on it at midfield. Scott working forward, steps in, shot up into the crowd and out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. And our friends from New Jersey making their way here to the Farm Show Arena. Todd Hofford, rookie goalkeeper, finding himself in a very needy position this season. Coming in, it looked as if he would be the third keeper on the team, but unfortunately the Heat lost Doug Petrus in the expansion draft to Tampa, and the Heat have been unable to get the rights to Petrus back. They've been trying frantically. Petrus, who played in Western Pennsylvania, played for the Pittsburgh Stingers this season, has been sitting idle all season long. Mark Pulisic takes a shot from the left wing, but it's blocked, and Pulisic knocked out. Play continues. Paul Can on it at center circle. The Invaders have a 3-on-2. Bradley, left wing boards, has it busted up by Todd Smith. Out front, Ben Powers, hard shot, saved by Hofford. And Chris Kelly will clear it back out of midfield. Ball sent down the corner again. Bradley is on it. Played out of midfield to Scott. And back to Burwash. On the near side, Powers has it. Back to Burwash. Marcelo Carrera just inside the Heat zone, back out of midfield to Scott. 1:20 to go in the first. 6-2 Harrisburg. Ben Powers with the ball at center circle. His kick is blocked high by Mobilio, who's going to try to run it down the Canton zone, but it's tapped high in the air, and Burwash again pulls it down. Kevin Scott will send the ball back down the Heat zone. Marcela Carrera is on it, plays it off the boards. Hofford comes over there. Hofford whipping it down. Burwash plays it off the chest into the corner, settles it, tries clearing it out, and does. Under a minute to go here in the first. Manny Uden with the ball at midfield. Near side, Todd Smith. Smith, a former University of Pittsburgh player. Bob Lilly in midfield. Backer on the far side, Manny Uden. Sends in the Canton zone. Nobody there for the Heat, so Burwash will settle it and leave it for Denzel Antonio. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Marcela Carrera playing it towards the middle. Todd Smith sends it the other way. Drake Walker for Bialek. Bialek will try centering, but intercepted by Doug Swanson. He'll clear it back out of midfield. Todd Smith again coming up with it. Hooks it back into the Canton zone. A few seconds to go, and that'll do it. We've played one at the Farm Show Arena. It's Harrisburg 6, Canton 2, back on the Heat Soccer Network. Welcome back to the Farm Show Arena. John Wilsbach with you. End of one. The Heat lead at 6-2. Shots in the first quarter, 7 for Harrisburg and 6 for Canton. Todd Hofford made 4 saves for the Heat. 1 save for Drew Burwash. The Heat getting goals from Betcher, Chinapoo, and Pulisic. Canton's only goal from newcomer Brian Bradley. So the Heat will start the second quarter. They will go from right to left. You have to wait until they get the corner door shut here in the playing field, and also correct a piece of broken glass, which they're reinforcing. Appears to be okay and ready to go. While we've got a chance, we want to wish a speedy get well to Ian Steele, missing his first Heat game in 5 years. Had his tonsils removed on Thursday, so a speedy recovery to him. Harrisburg with the ball. Richard Chinapoo outside his yellow line. Playing it on the far boards to Kumba. Has it knocked away. Bob Lilly comes up with it. Lilly sending it down the middle for Pulisic. Plays it back in midfield to Chinapoo. On the near side, Chris Kelly sends it down. Scott will send it back out of midfield. Ryan Bradley on it, working. Chinapoo knocks it away. Powers comes up with it, but gave it to Lilly. Lilly swings it around. Lilly finds Chinapoo wide open on the right corner. Chinapoo pulls the trigger around in front. Mark Pulisic tried using the shoulder to knock it in, but didn't get all of it. Burwash sends it back out of midfield. Ball goes off of Bradley. Chris Kelly right there to send it back at Hofford. Hofford puts it down himself, setting it down into the left corner boards. Mark Pulisic is on it, left point for Todd Smith. His shot goes wide right. Betcher comes up with the right wing and brings it back out in the neutral zone to Manny Uden. Uden under a little pressure has to stop and quickly play it over to Hofford. Hofford in midfield, setting it down into the right corner for Mark Pulisic. Pulisic right point, center point. Uden with a three-pointer wide. Ball pops back out front again. Kevin Scott clears it to Marcela Carrera. Ryan Bradley in midfield for the Invaders. Center circle, Carrera. Carrera works towards the yellow line, plays it into the right corner. Smith is there, gets it back to Hofford. He collides with Carrera. It will be a foul against Marcelo Carrera, but Todd Hofford has got to get the hands down there and hold on to that. Had one happen earlier at the other end of the floor in the first quarter where he just got the hands on it. Bradley kind of knocked it right out. Todd Smith, near side. Laying it down left wing, Dominic Mobilio. Left point to Bialek. Left corner, Mobilio, shot by Udinese. Saved by Verwash. Enzo Antonio tries sending it out, sent back in, and again, Enzo will try. He'll send it all the way down to Chris Fowl. Left corner of the Heat zone. Fowl centering, nobody there. Mobilio comes over there in his own zone. And then plays it back for Hofford. So Bob Lilly will bring it back the other way. Lilly works it up towards midfield. Laying it down the middle. It's knocked along the near boards. He'd come up with it. Mobilio, left wing, Bialek. Shot saved by Verwash. Can't hold on. Bialek again. He tackles the twine for a two-point goal. Tom Bialek followed it up. Verwash made the initial save, but could not hold on to the ball. And Tom Bialek spun around and pulled the trigger again. And the Heat lead at 8-2. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 34 seconds of the second. Tom Bialek with the goal. That is his 9th of the season. Dominic Mobilio will get the assist. 8-2 in favor of the Heat. Spencer at midfield. Intercepted by Enzo Antonio. Near side to Spencer. And back at midfield. Swanson playing it down to the right point to Feeney. Chinapoo, nice interception, steals it right out underneath him. Plays it far side, but Foul comes up with it. Ball kicked out of play, but off a Heat player, it'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Canton Invaders. Denzel Antonio will restart things. Denzel plays it high and around to the opposite side. Right point, Chris Fowl. Shot, goal! Fowl's kick deflected off of Nassim Kumba Olabi, so Chris Fowl, check that, yeah, Chris Fowl will be credited with the goal. Time of that goal, 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Chris Fowl, his 6th of the season. He shot it from the right side and hit in the middle of the box off of Kumba and deflected in. Denzel Antonio will get the assist. And it's an 8-4 game now. Rather an 8-5 game. They are ruling that a 3-point goal. Fowl took that shot outside the 3-point line. And even though it deflected off of Kumba in the box, it will be ruled a 3-point goal. So make it 8-5 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Dominic Mobilio plays out in the neutral zone. Chinapoo, rocket shot up into the crowd, out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. Another get well to pass along. We'd like to say speedy recovery to Harrisburg Heat co-owner Dr. Rex Herbert. Home this evening, not feeling well. Rex, we certainly hope to see you back here and see that smiley face again. Get better this flu bug and everything else going around right now. Ball played down into the middle of the box. Tariq Walker got it. Tariq Walker got the pass off the boards. And the Heat lead it 10-5. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Tariq Walker, his 6th of the season. I'm not sure who they're going to give an assist to. I'm not sure if Mobilio got a piece of it or not. They will give it to Dominic Mobilio on the assist. Will step out. 11-11 to play in the second. It's Harrisburg 10, Canton 5. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds, it...
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
Back at the Farm Show Arena, John Wilsbach with you. 10-5 in favor of the Heat. Tariq Walker from Dominic Mobilio. Dominic has 2 assists in this game. Scott moves into the Heat zone. Todd Smith pokes it back out. Comes all the way back to Marcelo Carrera, far side Burwash. Burwash setting it down the middle of the field. Bradley plays it into the Heat zone. Nobody there. Todd Hofford will play it back out to Mobilio. Dominic crossfield passing it to the near side. Betcher trying to settle it, but Kevin Scott comes back over there. Scott playing it down the middle for Bradley, intercepted by Todd Smith, near side Bialak. Bialak works it up the middle of the field, playing it back for Mobilio, far side, Manny Uden. Uden dumping it down into the Canton zone. Kevin Scott brings it back out. Bill Betcher tripped up from behind. It'll be a free kick for the Harrisburg Heat in the neutral zone. $10:16 to go here in the second. 10-5 in favor of the Heat. Bialek with the ball. Moves center point. Shot saved by Burwash. Loose ball in the box. Out front, Bialek hit the left post again. He got it. Tom Bialek. Second goal of the game, and in fact the second follow-up goal of the game for Bialek, and it's now 12-5 in favor of the Heat. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Bialek second of the game, 10th of the season. Not sure who they'll give the assist to. Tom Bialek. Who has gone over the 100 career point mark in this game. An unassisted goal for Tommy. 7-point lead for the Heat. Bob Lilly pushed from behind. It'll be a foul against the Invaders. Heat restart things. Chris Kelly setting it down the middle for Kumba, but stolen away by Defini. Todd Smith runs it back down to midfield. Now Chris Fowl has it. Left side. Kevin Scott has it kicked out of underneath him by Todd Smith. Near side, Denzel Antonio. Down the middle for Defini. Foul caught against Bob Lilly. Lilly came in from behind on the trip. Kind of a tough ball tackle, and now we've got an injured player. We'll step out, 9:14 to go in the second. Harrisburg 12, Canton 5, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Right there, she puts it back up and in, bringing them to within 1. They're going to have a pressure on. Got 7 seconds left, 6. Back. He's looking to the right side. He's going to loft it into the end zone. Touchdown! 28-0.
There's no time left. Passes inside to Jenkins. He takes it up, scores.
Whether you're a pro athlete or a weekend warrior, we'll help you get back on the playing field. Call Tim Commercy Sports Medicine Center at 489-1245.
Well, Defini walks off the field, limping just a little bit. Upcoming Heat home games, end of the month, December 30th, the Baltimore Spirit here at the Farm Show Arena. And in January, Buffalo twice, and Kansas City will come to town. Kansas City now with former Heat goalkeeper Brett Phillips, who has won his first 2 games this season for Kansas City. For tickets, just call the Heat at 717-652-HEAT. 652-4328. At midfield, Mark Pulisic playing it down the near side. Richard Chinapoo under some pressure from Denzel Antonio, who wins it back. Mark Pulisic trying to step it up. Now Lilly comes up with it. Knocks it back into the Canton zone. Doug Swanson held by Kumba. Free kick for the Invaders. Far side, Chris Fowl on it. Fowl with a 3-point goal a few moments ago. In fact, of his 6 goals this season, 3 of those goals for Chris Fowl have been from 3-point land. Although his goal deflected off of Kumba into the net. Carrera's shot on the restart from the left point is blocked. Comes back out of midfield. Burwash, the goalkeeper for the Invaders, sending it down to Fowl, left point. Fowl working it around, moves center point. Has it knocked away, then he falls down. Pulisic had a bit of the shirt. It'll be a free kick for the Invaders. Quickly on the restart, ball played into the corner and a goal. Canton wasted no time at restarting things. Scott Spencer from the left corner put it in. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 34 seconds. That's Spencer's first of the season. Doug Swanson will get the assist. And it's 12-7 in favor of the Heat. Tariq Walker, right corner boards, under a little pressure. Lays it back out front. Marcelo Carrera comes over for the Invaders. He'll play it down for Scott, left wing. He shoots and scores. Kevin Scott. 2 quick goals by the Canton Invaders. 20 seconds apart. Time of the goal, 6:54. Kevin Scott with a goal, second of the season. Marcelo Carrera will get the assist, and now it's 12-9. A 3-point lead for the Heat. We've got timeout. 8:06 to go here in the second. It's Harrisburg 12, Canton 9. Back on the Heat Soccer Network. The Canton Invaders are looking to end an 11-game losing streak. They're looking for their 300th franchise victory, but it has been a struggle for this team. For the game, player coach Denzel Antonio pretty much admitting that he doesn't know what's going on nowadays in the day-to-day operations of the Invaders. There had been talk last season that Canton would be out of the league, but they came back for another season this year. Over and back violation, meanwhile, against the Invaders. Free kick for the Heat. So Canton is up in the air whether or not they will be returning next season to the NPSL. Todd Smith restarts down the slot. Saved by Burwash. He'll reach out and grab it. There had been some rumor that maybe Pittsburgh would be coming into the NPSL next season. Only a rumor, and that one has certainly cropped up year after year. Some talk that maybe the Canton franchise would be going to Pittsburgh. Whether or not the Stingers are going to be back in the CISL this coming season remains to be seen. But I know that certainly a lot of the teams in the NPSL would love to see Pittsburgh have a franchise. We're midway through the second, 12-9 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Kick in coming up for the Invaders. Canton, once the dominating franchise of this league, the last few seasons has been at the bottom. Marcela Carrera wants an encroachment before restarting. So the rest will move Mobilio and Bialek back. Carrera will approach, he'll shoot just wide, in front, popped over the crossbar, out of play. Spencer was wide open in the middle, but popped it high. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. So Tad Smith restarting things. Brings it back to Hofford, getting the start in place of Scoop Stanisiak for this contest. Hofford setting it down for Mobilio. Near side, Todd Smith catching up to it. He'll move forward. He'll pull the trigger wide. In front, Mobilio hits a wide. Smith again wide. Hops back out front. Uden keeps it in. Smith in the corner, but Burwash will grab on. Burwash quickly to his feet, whips it down the field again. Ball goes into the Heat corner. Bialek there working against Carrera, now double team. Hops it back out. Mobilio knocked down hard by Spencer. Free kick for Harrisburg. Chris Kelly with the ball. He'll be our halftime guest on the television side of things. He'll move into the right corner. Sends one on Burwash, quickly picked up. Burwash holding on. Taking his time. He's now going to whip it. Lilly will head ball it high, and Paul Can comes up with it. Near side, Jim Hesh. He'll shoot from the right side, blocked by Hofford. Comes back out to Swanson, stolen away by Pulisic. Paul Can has it, now Kumba. And then Kevin Scott of the Invaders dumps it back in. Chris Kelly is on it in his own zone for the Harrisburg Heat. Out to Richard Chinapoo. Chinapoo sending the ball out of play. Tried dumping it in the corner, but it took off on him. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. 6:17 to go in the second. 12-9 in favor of the Heat. Denzel Antonio to restart things. Chinapoo clears it back out. Swanson sending it in. Foul is on it, right point. Double teamed along the boards. Chris Kelly and Chris Fowl having a few words as they walk away from each other. Denzel Antonio sending it left side, half volley, just wide by Hurst, sent it around the glass again. Denzel Antonio, shot. Hofford may have got a finger on that to knock it wide. Mesh again plays it towards the middle of the box. Swanson comes over it. Swanson's kick blocked by Pulisic. Chris Fowl at midfield, working through traffic. Foul called against the Heat. Free kick for the Canton Invaders. Denzel Antonio restarts things. All sent up over the glass out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. We've got timeout. We'll step out as well. 5:36 to go here in the second. It's Harrisburg 12, Canton 9, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds, it...
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
Well, there's Scoop Stanisiak, goalkeeper for the Harrisburg Heat, sitting out this one. He has the lowest points against average in the NPSL so far this season, but not feeling well today. So Scoop sitting this one out. Hofford doing a credible job so far. He's come up with some nice saves. Left side, Kevin Scott moves forward, but Hofford will stop him. They collide. There will be a foul against Kevin Scott, and Hofford appears to be shaken up. Hofford got slammed hard. He went down for the ball, and Kevin Scott came right into him. So he just had the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Hofford comes to his feet. So it'll be a free kick for the Harrisburg Heat in their own zone. For a second there, I thought we were going to have to see a six-scoop Stanisic come back in the net. Hofford will restart things, shutting it down the carpet. Mobilio playing it off the chest, getting it out to Walker, but he lost it. Bradley shutting it down the middle. Carrera, right side, Paul Can. Can moves into the Heat zone, back out front. Spencer off the boards. That one goes wide, and Mobilio will clear it back out in the neutral zone. Marcelo Carrera looking to step back in, slows it up. Lays it down the middle for Powers. Left side, Manny Uden clears it back out in the neutral zone. Ben Powers has it, plays it back into Paul Can. Out front, Tariq Walker. He collides with Spencer. Will be a foul against the Harrisburg Heat. Spencer had control more so of the ball, but Tariq Walker is down and appears to be injured. He waves the trainer, Craig Sherrick, on. Like Harrisburg doesn't have enough injuries at this point of the season. Walker feeling a little bit on his leg or his knee. He was hampered 2 seasons ago and last season a little bit with some ankle problems. Harrisburg banged up. Danny Kelly is out. David Bascom is out. Brian Marshall is out. Scott Henderson is out trying to heal a injury, and Tariq Walker will be helped off the field, slowly walking to the bench. So Marcelo Carrera will restart things for the Invaders. 4:36 to go here in the second. 12-9 in favor of the Heat. Carrera will play at right point to Can, right corner to Powers. Knocked back out by Chris Kelly into the neutral zone. Sent all the way back to Burwash. Burwash sending it down the middle. Marcelo Carrera is on it. Right side for Bradley. Bradley steps in, his shot goes wide. Pops around the box, and Hofford will come back up with it. Hofford will send it out at midfield. Pulisic. Now Bradley intercepts out to Carrera. Marcelo Carrera setting it down, knocked back out by Todd Smith. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. Todd Smith a little upset at that last play. On the right side, Spencer kicks it high and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. So things get a little scrappy here the last few minutes. Heat to restart things in their own zone. They lead it by 3. Chinapu playing it down the near side for Kumba. Chris Fowl comes back up with it. Left side. Denzel Antonio's kick is blocked. Swanson is on it, out of midfield. Guillermo seeing his first shift of the game in front. Shot saved by Hofford. Denzel Antonio sends it off the glass wide. Foul out front, moves to the left side, poked away by Chinapu. Mark Pulisic brings it back out. Pulisic, far side pass for Kumba. He'll leave it for Chinapu. Todd Hofford made a nice save just moments ago on Hesh of the Invaders. Ball dumped down the right corner. Pulisic settling it. Slows it up, works towards the corner, gets free again. Let's try centering it, but Burwash right there to knock it down alongside the wall. Burwash is going to loft it out. Foul brings it back the other way across midfield. Chris Fowl laying it down right corner. Hesh. Back out to Swanson. At midfield, Guillermo Salgado to Swanson. Swanson playing it back for Denzel Antonio, near side to Hesh, sending it into the Heat zone, and Hofford will come up with it. Todd Smith brings it down the neutral zone. Playing it down for Betcher, left wing boards. Left point to Bialek. Todd Smith has to run it down to the far side. Smith trying to step in, got tripped up by Denzel Antonio. It will only be a foul. Free kick coming up for the Heat. Bill Betcher to restart things. He'll play it into the right corner. Mobilio. Cleared back out by Hesh of Canton. Todd Smith will run it down first and play it back along the boards, and Hofford will scoop it up. Todd Hofford will whip it all the way back down the Canton zone. Mobilio playing it back out to Uden. Far side, Todd Smith. Mobilio trying to center, but Lilly wasn't in position. Guillermo brings it back the other way. Guillermo Salgado, right side, Denzo Antonio sends it off the boards. Hofford will grab on and whip it back the other way. Canton Invaders seem to love that dumping style. Play it off the boards and hope somebody's in front to put it in. Violet comes up with the ball in the Canton zone. Right corner, Mobilio one times it. Hit underneath the crossbar and comes back out. Bob Lilly on the left corner, working against Denzo Antonio. Guillermo trying to clear it out, is able to with the help of Bradley. Manny Uden will send it back in. Mobilio fans on it from the left corner, and Burwash will pick it up. Burwash wants a timeout, so will step out as well. 1:06 to go in the second. Harrisburg 12, Canton 9. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
A race car driver, Bill Elliott, eats a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Awesome. Clear! There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Oh, there's our television network for our local cable viewers. Hershey Suburban Cable, Carlisle Cable, Salmon's Cable in the Harrisburg area. Cable 4 of York, and our flagship TV 53 and 65. And of course, we're glad to have you along for this one on KBL Prime Sports. Canton restarting things. Ball sent down the middle of the field. Chinapoo will head ball it out of midfield. Powers, Marcelo Carrera. On the near side, Guillermo dumping it down on Hofford. He'll hold. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Chinapoo across midfield, playing it down in the left corner. Mark Pulisic brings it out to the left wing boards, all the way back out of midfield to Chris Kelly. Now Betcher will send it back to Hofford. Todd Hofford will send it down the middle. Powers will head ball it. Paul Can comes up with it, clears it back out of midfield. Marcelo Carrera slowing things up along the near side as it poked away. Betcher will clear it back down. Pulisic coming up with it near the Canton yellow line. 9 seconds to go. Pulisic crossfield pass to Betcher. 5 seconds. Betcher center point. Chris Kelly shot up into the crowd on a play. 2 seconds remaining on the clock. And Canton will just restart, and that'll do it. We've reached halftime here at the Farm Show Arena. It's Harrisburg 12, Canton 9, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
There are many attorneys at Angino and Rovner because there are so many different kinds of cases. And if you are seriously injured, you want the right attorney working on your case. Angino and Rovner, the Central Pennsylvania personal injury law firm. Remember, you want the right attorney working on your case.
And welcome back at halftime. John Wilsbach with you, the Harrisburg Heat and the Canton Invaders halftime guest, Chris Kelly of the Harrisburg Heat. And Chris, thanks for joining us. Your first season as a member of the Heat and coming over from the Pittsburgh Stingers of the CISL. Tell us a little bit about that transition.
It's been a lot easier. I have my brother here, and I knew a lot of people here before I came. And I went to school not too far from here, so it's been a nice transition for me. It's been very easy. A lot of the people made it very easy for me to make that. So I'm very happy with the decision I made.
You come over to this team, and as you mentioned, your brother Danny Kelly, last year's leading scorer. Not too many brother tandems in this league, and you two seem to be hitting it off real well.
Yeah, it's nice. There ain't too many people who could say they did this, and we're doing it together. So, it's nice. It's nice for the family to have both of us playing. It's easier to come see us play. So it's nice. It's very nice.
Was there much of an adjustment for you personally coming over from the CISL and hopping right into the NPSL?
The rules are a little different, not too much different, so it wasn't that much of a change. And again, it just made it a lot easier when preseason started. I had just gotten finished with the season, so I was in, you know, decent shape, and I was able to come in and, you know, able to perform, you know, at a decent level.
When you look at your 2-year career with the Pittsburgh Stingers, how were things there in Pittsburgh for you? And obviously there's been some question whether or not they'll be back in the CISL next season.
You know, I had a good time there. I just felt that the best thing for me at the time was to come to the NPSL and play, and you know, I'm happy with that decision. I have no regrets coming here, and whether they'll be back or not, I don't know. That's something that was up in the air. They said they were going to be back, but you know, a lot of people were saying they weren't going to be. So I haven't heard differently, so I don't know at this moment.
Both you and Danny had stellar careers at Penn State University. Do you miss those college days of NCAA action?
I think anybody who says they don't miss those days is crazy. But, you know, playing soccer isn't, you know, is not bad. You don't got to go to class.
Finally, Chris, before I let you go, this team seems like it's gelling real well, and you have to be pleased with how things are going despite the injuries amongst the team.
Yeah, you know, we've had a lot of key injuries. You know, Danny's missed some games, Dominic's missed games, David Bascom, and those three are potential over 100-point scorers. And, you know, we're 8-5 right now. Of course, we'd like to be a little better, but, you know, you've got to be happy with where we're started with the injuries we have. And I think if we get those guys back healthy, that we can, you know, make a run at things and hopefully finish on a good note.
Chris, thanks for joining us at halftime.
Thank you, John.
All right, Chris Kelly of the Harrisburg Heat, our guest at halftime. We'll come back with the second half. Harrisburg and Canton on the Heat Soccer Network. Welcome back to the Farm Show Arena. John Wilsbach with you. Our thanks to Chris Kelly, our halftime guest on the television side of things. Keith Kokinda and Rich Pichetti of the Invaders, our guest on the radio side of things. Shots in the first half, 17 for Harrisburg, 16 for Canton. Todd Hofford had 6 saves, and Drew Burwash had 6 saves. Third quarter underway with Harrisburg going from left to right. Invaders with the ball in the neutral zone. Denzo Antonio pulled down from behind. It'll be a foul against the Harrisburg Heat. No penalties whistled yet in this game. Of course, the NPSL's director of officiating is one of the referees tonight, Steve Siones. Hesh with the ball. He'll play it out to Swanson in the neutral zone. Denzo Antonio sending it down the middle. Bob Lilly will knock it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. Just underway, third quarter, 12-9 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Glad to have you along on Prime Sports KBL. And our fine cable systems along the Heat Soccer Network. The Invaders to start, Denzo Antonio. Will start at the 3-point arc. 2-man wall in front of him. Denzo will approach, he'll shoot, it skids just wide. Follow-up, kick save by Hofford. Spencer trying to clear it, Bob Lilly trying to get it out. Now Kumba able to help out. Swanson gives it back to Denzo Antonio. Intercepted in midfield by Todd Smith. Mark Pulisic near side of Bob Lilly. Meanwhile, an injured player for the Canton Invaders. On the near side, that appears to be Chris Fowl. Kind of collided when he was trying to kick for the ball, and he is injured. So we'll step out. 14-14. A play here in the third quarter. It's Harrisburg 12 and Canton 9. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds, it...
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
Welcome back to the Farm Show Arena. Jim Pollahan sporting that Christmas tie, looking on and awaiting the injury of Chris Fowl of the Canton Invaders. Now Pollahan will make his way out on the carpet just to see how the Canton player is doing. Trainers from both teams are assisting. 12-9 in favor of the Heat early here in the third quarter. Pollahan, the first ever person to score a goal in the MISL, playing for New York. Having a little chat with Steve Siomes. Pollahan in his 5th season. Started out as head coach of the Heat. First year of existence. Former assistant under Kenny Cooper with the Baltimore Blast of the MSL. Now Chris Fowl will be helped off the field. It appears it's his right leg or right knee. We'll probably not see Fowl the rest of the game, judging by the treatment they've given him so far. So a 3-point lead for Harrisburg. Harrisburg battling the injuries as well. Scoop Stanisic out with the flu. Danny Kelly is out. David Bascom is out. Scott Henderson. Ryan Marshall hasn't played a game yet this season. A couple players are battling injuries as they play. On the restart, Todd Smith plays it down the middle, and Mark Pulisic headballs it out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. Guillermo is on it. And Burwash will let it fly. Ball headed into the right corner. Marcelo Carrera sends one around, goes wide. Manny Uden comes over along the near side. Ball shot wide, cleared back out in the neutral zone. Powers will dump it back in. Marcelo Carrera trying to move it into the Heat zone, intercepted by Pulisic. He'll clear it back down the field. Guillermo at midfield. Paul Can comes back over it, and then Guillermo has it. Stolen away by Manny Uden. Tariq Walker left point. Bill Betcher. Under some pressure back out at center circle. Todd Smith down the middle. Manny Uden plays it left wing boards. Out for Uden. Foul called against Canton. Lilly to restart things. He'll play right side. Todd Smith with a three-pointer up into the crowd out of play. (12-9) in favor of the Heat. Ball sent down to the Heat zone. Chinapoo will head ball it back out, sent in, and Chinapoo again with another head ball. Ball sent down the middle for Bradley. He's battling along the side. Chinapoo pokes it away, then Bialek comes back up with it. Left side, Bradley battling Hofford. Loose ball in the box, clear to the side by Bialek. Chinapoo gets it back out. Nobilio lets it go, and back the other way comes Bob Lilly for the Heat. Lilly steps into the left point, plays it in front. Mobilio right side. Chinapoo tickles a twine for two. Richard Chinapoo, almost with his back towards the net, right post, just used the heel to deflect it in. A beautiful pass by Mobilio to find him. Time of the goal, 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the third. Richard Chinapoo with his second of the game, 4th of the season. Dominic Mobilio will get the assist. It's 14-9 in favor of the Heat. So Richard Chinapoo, second of the game. Denzo Antonio will send the ball down the left corner. Comes back out front. Shot up in the crowd on a play by Hesh. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. So Harrisburg back to a 5-point lead. The largest of the game for the Heat has been 7. Todd Smith will bring the ball up the carpet. Playing it down for Mobilio, right point. Back out to Kumba in the neutral zone. Midfield, Todd Smith. Far side, Chris Kelly. Sends it down the left corner. Bill Betcher is on it, left wing. Back out front, Chris Kelly. Kelly sending it for Mobilio. Left wing to Chris Kelly, back out to Bill Betcher. Near side pass, Todd Smith. He'll send it down for Kumba, right point. Back down the neutral zone, Todd Smith. And Chris Kelly in midfield. Kelly tries playing it in. Betcher trying to knock it into the zone. Foul called against the Heat. It'll be a free kick for the Canton Invaders. Invaders with the ball at midfield. Doug Swanson sending it back for Denzo Antonio. Down to Defini. Chris Kelly getting it out of the zone. Doug Swanson comes back over it. On the near side, Defini. Down the middle, Hesh. A little bit of pressure, plays it up to Defini and pops it back to Swanson in midfield. Right corner, Hesh on it. Denzo Antonio, player coach. Spencer. Back over to Denzo, far side. Denzo Antonio moving into the right corner is pushed. It'll be a foul against the Harrisburg Heat. Tonight's attendance, 44-14. As the ball is kicked out of play off a Heat player, it'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Invaders. 4,414. Contest at the Farm Show Arena. On the restart, Denzo Antonio will set things up. Denzo plays it right wing. Swanson's kick blocked by Bob Lilly. Ball sent it on Hofford. He'll scoop it up. Chris Kelly moves down into the Heat zone, or rather the Canton zone, back out to Todd Smith. Now Nassim Kumba Olabi. Todd Smith midfield. Smith playing it down the middle for Olabi. Three-pointer hit underneath the crossbar by Todd Smith and pops back out. Todd Smith came very close to nailing that one. Hit right underneath the crossbar. Todd Smith leading the Harrisburg Heat this season with 4 3-pointers. Almost made it 5, so close. Smith again, right point, shot wide. Tariq Walker, his kick partially blocked by Hesh. Back to Walker from Lilly. Far post, Pulisic can't get to it, he got tripped up. Denzo Antonio comes up with it. Player coach has it kicked out of play by Lilly. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. 9:42 to go in the third. 14-9 Harrisburg. Bob Lilly, a Carlisle High School product. Ben Powers moving into the Heat zone, but the ball pops forward too far. It is an over and back violation as it hit off of a Heat player, so a free kick coming up center point of the yellow line for the Canton Invaders. On the restart, Guillermo pops it high up into the crowd, out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Harrisburg has won 6 of its last 7 games. Been off to a little bit of a slow start early on, but the Heat have certainly rebounded. Chinapoo sending it down the Canton zone. Guillermo Salgado will bring it back out. Chinapoo working against Carrera. Carrera gets by, moves to the left wing, shot off the boards wide. He had Paul Cannon in the slot, but he missed on it. Mark Pulisic gets it down the neutral zone, tries getting by a man, he got tripped up, it's only a foul. Heat bench wanted a blue card there, but didn't get it. Free kick for the Harrisburg Heat. No penalties whistled yet in this game. It's been all fouls. Manny Uden will send it down the middle. Tariq Walker. Back to Manny Uden. Paul Can pops it high in the air. Manny Uden headballs it the other way. Stays in play. Dominic Mobilio trying to move to the left wing. Was obstructed, but no call. Burwash gets it back and whips it the other way. Chinapoo knocks it off of Carrera. Ellie plays it over left side. Chinapoo already with 2 goals in this game. Leaves it for Walker. Tariq Walker, left corner, in front. Burwash will scoop it up and come to his feet. Burwash plays it right down the middle for Carrera. Todd Smith knocks it away from him. Dominic Mobilio comes up with it and works it forward. Mobilio steps in, left point, moves, left corner, shot, score! Tom Bialek has the hat trick for the Harrisburg Heat. That's the 3rd goal of the game for Tom Bialek. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 33 seconds of the 3rd. Bialek, 3rd of the game, is 11th of the season. Dominic Mobilio will get his 4th assist of the contest. 16-9 in favor of the Heat. Mark Pulisic with the ball, moves in. Right point to Betcher. Opposite side, Chris Kelly. Kelly plays it back out of midfield to Todd Smith. Near side, Betcher. Works it forward, back out of midfield, Todd Smith. Smith sending it down, Betcher posting up. Held on to, but can't get it. Cleared back out to Denzel Antonio on a pushing foul against the Heat. Free kick for the Canton Invaders. Midway through the 3rd quarter, the Heat have opened it up. Back to a 7-point lead. Harrisburg led at 1 point in this contest, 12-5. Defini with the ball for the Invaders, leaves it near side for Spencer. Moves in, moves back out, plays it out. Center circle, left side Spencer. Hesh, back out in the neutral zone, Denzel Antonio. He'll step in, try speeding into the corner, gets free, try centering, block the follow-up, saved by Hofford. Bialek will come up with it. Clears it out to the left point. Spencer shot again, deflected out of play by Chris Kelly. So we'll get a corner kick when we come back. 7:29 to go here in the 3rd. It's Harrisburg 16, Canton 9. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Right there, she puts it back up and in, bringing them to within 1. They're going to have a pressure on. Got 7 seconds left, 6. Back long. He's looking to the right side. He's going to loft it into the end zone. Touchdown! 28-0.
There's no time left. Passes inside to Jenkins. He takes it up, scores.
Whether you're a pro athlete or a weekend warrior, we'll help you get back on the playing field. Call Tim Commercy Sports Medicine Center at 489-1245.
Back at the Farm Show Arena, John Wilsbach with you. Upcoming Heat home games, the end of the month. The Baltimore Spirit in town with the NPSL's all-time leading scorer, Franklin McIntosh. 2 games with Buffalo in January. Incidentally, the Buffalo Blizzard have suspended their team captain, Rudy Pikuzinski, indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team. And then Kansas City comes in also in January. We hope to see you at the Farm Show. All you have to do is call 717-652-HEAT at 652-4328 for tickets to an upcoming Heat home game. So the kick-in coming up here for the Canton Invaders. It will not be a corner kick. It'll be from the side of the box. Dangerous play. Denzel Antonio will leave it. Swanson will shoot. Blocked by Chris Kelly. Kelly will play it down the near side. Mark Pulisic racing on it, but oversteps. Swanson comes up with it. It'll be a foul against the Heat. Mark Pulisic was down on the carpet and kicking at it. That has rolled a dangerous play, and now Mark Pulisic will get a 5-minute misconduct. That's a good call by referee Steve Siomez. If you are down on the carpet and kicking the ball, someone else is standing, they rule that many times a dangerous play foul. That was the ruling. Plosick took offense to it and gets 5 minutes to cool off. No power play and no shootout. Teams will remain with a 5v5, and Canton will restart things. Enzo Antonio in midfield will play it down into the right corner, loose in the box. Marcelo Carrera wide. The follow-up is a goal by Brian Bradley. Brian Bradley joining these Canton Invaders. Time of the goal, 7 minutes and 49 seconds of the third. That's Bradley's second of the game and season. 16-11 is our score. Bradley with the ball outside his own yellow line. By the way, Marcelo Carrera will get the assist. Right corner, shot wide. Chinapoo clears it back out. Betcher knocks it high in the air. Goes back into the Heat corner. Chinapoo along the near side, trying to get it out. Carrera brings it back in. Carrera, hard shot. Partially blocked, hit the post, cleared back out by Manny Uden. From the neutral zone, Guillermo takes a long three-pointer up into the crowd and out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Manny Uden making a nice clearing stop just a moment ago. Richard Chinapoo brings the ball up the field. Taps it back to Todd Hofford. Hofford unwinds, but lets this one slip out of play off his fingertips. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders at the top of the arc. Free kick for the Invaders. Hofford threw that one from his own box out of play. Marcelo Carrera will restart things. That's what it looks like right behind Todd Hofford. Carrera will start top of the arc. He's got Bradley left, Powers to the right. Steve Siomez moves the three-man wall back a little bit. Carrera approaches. He'll shoot. Save as it deflects over the crossbar. It'll be a corner kick now for the Invaders. Guillermo Salgado, you got to watch for him. Very dangerous. Argentinian on the restart. Carrera from the right corner. Chips it out. Guillermo with a head ball just wide. Hofford grabs on and whips it down the field. Look out, here comes Bob Lilly the other way. Lilly's going to step in, but he oversteps the ball. Moves to the left wing. Tries faking, gets into the corner. Shot wide. Cleared back out by Powers. Mobilio will center. Play it near side of Chinapoo. Chinapoo under some pressure by the pesky Marcelo Carrera, getting it down far side. Chris Kelly sends it towards the corner. Powers comes back on it. Lilly has it all the way back to Chinapoo. Chinapoo down for Chris Kelly. Right point. Kelly pops one high up and out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. 5:44 to go, third quarter, 16-11 in favor of the Heat. Drew Burwash restarting things. At midfield to Hesh. No battle, Kumba and Smith. Betcher knocks it away. Tariq Walker trying to come up with it in midfield. Back to Chris Kelly. And then Todd Smith. Smith playing it down to the Canton zone, headed back out. Our side, Swanson. Getting it down for Hesh in the Heat zone. Hesh out front for Swanson. His kick blocked by Todd Smith. Chris Kelly clears it back out. Enzo Antonio comes up with it. Enzo Antonio, right side for Swanson. Down to Hesh. Swanson right point. Kumba intercepts. Seen Kumba Alabi trying to clear it out, was fouled. It'll be a free kick for the Heat from their own zone. 5-point lead for Harrisburg. Kumba with the ball, moves in. Left point, but his pass busted up. Burwash rolls it back out. Denzo Antonio. Doug Swanson in his own zone, playing it out of midfield. Spencer's kick partially blocked. Now Lilly comes up with it. Spencer kicks it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat of midfield. Harrisburg getting 3 goals in this game from Tom Bialek. 2 goals by Richard Chinapu. 4 assists for Dominic Mobilio. And they're doing it without some of their top scorers and their starting goalie. Bradley will send the ball down the carpet. Todd Hofford will come up with it. Hofford with the ball will send it back down the field and out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. .408 to go in the third, 16-11. Marcela Carrera. Looks the 2-player wall move back a little bit. Carrera to restart, will shoot and score. Marcela Carrera, a 3-point goal. Just outside the 3-point arc. Found the bottom left corner of the net. Time of the goal, 10 minutes and 53 seconds. Marcela Carrera, unassisted. That's the second 3-pointer of the night for the Invaders. The first one coming from Chris Fowl. That is the first goal of the game for Marcela Carrera, his 20th of the season. 16-14, the Heat lead down to 2. Loose ball in front, Hofford grabs on. Quickly plays it the other way. Burwash will play it to Guillermo, and Burwash will get it back, sending it down the middle. Guillermo Salgado from the neutral zone. His kick blocked by Todd Smith. It'll be a kick in coming up here for the Canton Invaders. Marcela Carrera will restart things. He just had that 3-point goal. He'll play it opposite side. Powers trying for the volley. Blocked by Chinapu. And we'll get the holding foul on Powers. Free kick for the Heat. Quickly restarted. Ball sent all the way down in front. Mobilio twice has it blocked. And then cleared back out in the neutral zone. Bob Lilly in the neutral zone. Playing it down the left corner. Left wing. Lays it back out front. Chinapu in midfield. Center point, Bob Lilly. Lilly plays it right wing. Chris Kelly in front, just wide. Comes back out to left point. Marcela Carrera brings it back out in the neutral zone. Carrera, long pop, dumps it wide. Loose ball in the box. Head ball just wide by Bradley. Chris Kelly running it down along the side. Collides with Guillermo along the board, so it'll be a foul against the Heat. And a free kick for the Canton Invaders. Denzo Antonio sending one into the Heat zone. It hit off of Bob Lilly in the neutral zone, so it will be ruled an over and back violation. 2-point lead by the Heat late here in the third quarter. Carrera restarting things. Left side, Antonio pops it high into the crowd out of play. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Couple letdowns here in the last few minutes. Bradley getting a goal and a 3-pointer by Marcela Carrera. Chinapu restarting things, playing it down for Kumba. Ball pops loose. Burwash will scoop it up. Burwash puts it on the carpet. Swanson is on it. Denzo Antonio. Left side shot wide. Just missing was Hesh in the middle of the box. Prines, Hesh. His shot just wide again. Canton starting to pepper all around Todd Hofford. Brines back out to Hesh, midfield. knocked over and back by Manny Uden. It'll be a free kick for the Canton Invaders. Free kick coming up, center point of the yellow line. Denzo Antonio will approach, takes a three-pointer goal. The Invaders take a 1-point lead. Player coach Denzo Antonio blasting a three-pointer. Time of the goal, 13 minutes and 1 second. Denzo Antonio unassisted. That is his 10th of the season, first of the game, and it's now 17-16 in favor of Canton. The Heat have given up 8 unanswered points on 3 goals. All sent down the Heat zone. Bob Lilly clearing it back out in the neutral zone. Lilly racing down the far side is fouled. It'll be a free kick coming up here for the Harrisburg Heat. At midfield, Richard Chinapoo to restart things. Chinapoo, hard shot, scooped up by Burwash. All sent all the way back down. Hofford will grab on. Hofford rolling it to Chris Kelly, still in his own zone under pressure. Kelly has to kick it back out of midfield, headed back in by Powers. Chris Kelly will head it on Hofford. 1:20 to play in the third, 17-16 in favor of Canton. Richard Chinapoo under pressure outside his yellow line, kicks it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Canton Invaders. Invaders will restart just outside the yellow line. All played opposite side, and one timing it high out of play is Spencer. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. 1:11 to play in the third, 17-16 in favor of Canton. Todd Hofford whips it down the carpet. Obilio sends one off the boards in front. Tariq Walker tickles the twine for a 2-point goal, and the Heat retake the lead. Time of the goal, 13:58. Tariq Walker, second of the game, 7th of the season. Not sure if Dominic Mobilio gets the assist on that or not. Yep, Dominic Mobilio with the assist, his 5th of the game, 18-17 in favor of Harrisburg. Grimes on it, neutral zone Denzo Antonio. Laying it down, Hesh, left point. Stolen away by Bob Lilly. Lilly under pressure in his own zone. We'll slow it up and play back to Hofford. Bialek will send it down the left corner. Dominic Mobilio is on it. Double teamed. Giving it away. Swanson. Todd Smith takes a shot. Invaders get it back. Burwash will pick it up. Drew Burwash sends it down the field. This is a Wild West shootout in this game. Both backup goalkeepers for each team playing. Dominic Mobilio called for the over and back violation as it hit him in the neutral zone and went over his own yellow line. Free kick for Canton, center point of the yellow line. Denzo Antonio restarts, shot again. This time it hit the crossbar. Denzo Antonio headballs it in. Headed back out. That'll do it. We've played 3. It's Harrisburg 18, Canton 17. Back on the Heat Soccer Network. I'll catch the heat all season long on these fine radio stations in central Pennsylvania. Our flagship WTCY 1400 AM in Harrisburg, WMSS 91.1 FM in Middletown, WVMM 90.7 FM in Grantham, and WWEC 88.3 FM in Elizabethtown. Shots at the end of the third quarter, 25 for Harrisburg, 31 for Canton. Todd Hofford now has 11 saves. Drew Burwash with 8 saves. And Todd Hofford has let in some bad three-point goals. The Heat are going to put in Scoop Stanisiak. He wasn't even going to dress for this game, was feeling ill today. Stanisiak comes in to play the fourth quarter, starting goalkeeper for the Heat. He has the lowest points against average in the NPSL at 9.46. We start the fourth quarter. Harrisburg is going from right to left. Canton restarting things. Powers with the ball, playing it back for Burwash. 18-17 Harrisburg. Burwash sending it down the field. Lilly headballs it out of play. It'll be a kick-in for the Canton Invaders. Chris Love there in the middle of the screen. He's out the rest of the game. Played early on. Must have gotten injured. Marcela Carrera playing it down, left corner. Volley shot missed. Good attempt, though, by the Invaders, and the ball cleared back down the field. Burwash under pressure, trying to clear it out. Melisic's going to come back up with it. Burwash gets in net. Chris Kelly playing it right side by Lilly. Lilly works it down to the right side, dumps it in. Cleared back out by Powers. Chinapoo will settle it. Left side, Chris Kelly. Lilly, give and go with Chris Kelly. Back to Lilly. All stood up by Powers. Too much passing. Not enough movement or shooting. Chinapoo. Back to Stanisiak. Scoop will chip it down the near side. Headed towards the corner by Chris Kelly. Ball goes around the glass and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. Also missing now from that lineup for Canton, Kevin Scott, who was just on the bench. He was injured in this contest earlier on. Injury to his right leg, and has not returned since. Kevin Scott, a former member of the U19 national team for the U.S. Chinapoo with the ball in midfield. Laying it down near side, Tariq Walker, kicked away by Powers. Manny Uden, back to Chinapoo. Right side, Mark Pulisic. He'll step in right point, moves it down to the right corner. Burwash comes up with it. Burwash taking his time. His team trails by only a point. Walker intercepts in midfield. Burwash scrambles to get back. Ball goes to Pulisic, right wing. He'll hold, he'll move, he'll shoot it around the boards. It goes wide. Guillermo Salgado tries clearing it out. Walker keeps it in. Walker hits it off the glass wide. Cleared back out by Paul Can. Manny Uden comes over there in the neutral zone. Todd Smith, right side, fakes, works. Back on the near side, Manny Uden. Uden working forward. Sends one high over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. Todd Hofford back behind head coach Jim Pollahan. Hofford playing the first three quarters, but giving up 8 unanswered points there in the third. Ball sent down the field. Manny Uden sends it the other way, and again, Burwash will come up with it. Down the near side, Hesh battling Manny Uden. It'll be a foul against the Heat. So a free kick for Denzel Antonio. Denzel has one of those three-pointers for the Invaders. Antonio in midfield, back at center circle. Doug Swanson. All the way back to Burwash. Burwash will dump it down into the left corner. Getting free is Swanson. His kick and a save by Scoop. Cleared back out of midfield. Denzel Antonio allows it to go back into his own zone before tapping it back to Burwash. He'll whip it down for Brines. Near side for Spencer. Down the middle for Hesh. Works against Uden. Hesh comes back of it. Works along the yellow line. Back out to Denzo Antonio. Spencer, now Denzo Antonio. Antonio down for Hesh, posting up top of the arc. Cleared back out again. Antonio is on it. Out of Swanson at midfield. Down the middle for Hesh. Busted up by Mobilio. Swanson trying to get it. Then Mobilio lost it over the yellow line. It's an over and back violation. Free kick for Canton. Coming up center point of the yellow line. Denzo Antonio sends one wide. Lilly clears it back out in the neutral zone. Sent back the other way by Denzo Antonio, but Lilly gets it again. Mobilio playing it near side for Bialek, who has a hat trick in this game. Back to Todd Smith. Smith opposite side to Bill Betcher. Check that. To Chris Kelly. Intercepted in midfield by Hesh. Hesh playing it down in the heat zone. Scoop clearing it out. It hit off of Doug Swanson out of play, so it'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. 11:06 to go in the fourth. 18-17 Harrisburg. Todd Smith playing the ball down in midfield. Mark Pulisic is on it. Pulisic battling along the side. Got yanked down. It will be a foul against Canton. Restart. Chris Kelly. Down for Nassim Kumba Olabi. Kumba gets her back out to Kelly. Chris Kelly down the middle. Mark Pulisic pushed down again from behind by Guillermo. It'll be a free kick coming up for the Heat near the top of the arc. Good scoring chance right here. Betcher, left side. Chris Kelly. Shot. Score! Chris Kelly! A 2-point goal from the left wing. And the Heat are back to a 3-point lead. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Chris Kelly from Bill Betcher. And it's now Harrisburg 20 and Canton 17. Chris Kelly, former Pittsburgh Stinger player. Fifth of the season for Chris Kelly. Paul Can out front for Powers. His kick blocked by Chinapoo. Then knocked out a play by Kumba. It'll be a kick in for the Invaders. So the Heat are back to a 3-point lead. Their largest of the game has been 7. Marcelo Carrera from the right point. Restarts, blocked by Kumba. Carrera gets it again. Plays it near the top of the box. Chinapoo clears it out for Kumba. Kumba's got Chinapoo racing down the right side, one-on-one. But Chinapoo slows it up. His pass hits off of Bradley into the Canton zone. It's an over and back violation. Free kick coming up center point of the yellow line. $10:19 to play. 20-17 Harrisburg. On the restart, Lilly plays it towards the box. Cleared back out by Marcelo Carrera. Carrera sending it all the way down. Ryan Bradley, who has 2 goals for Canton, plays it off the boards to himself, and he shot it wide. Follow-up save by Scoop, flying back to his left on Marcelo Carrera. Scoop will roll it back out in the neutral zone on a Richard Chinapoo down the near side. Chinapoo back to Lilly. Far side, Mark Pulisic. Pulisic under a little pressure, playing it down. Swanson sends it out. Chris Kelly comes up it. Near side, Tariq Walker. Walker slowing it up in the neutral zone. Back to Lilly at center circle, near side Walker. Scoop Stanisic will now take his time. Outside his own yellow line. He'll play it down the middle for Manny Uden. Near side, Tariq Walker. Walker back to Scoop. Scoop now setting the tempo. Near side, Manny Uden. Bill Betcher, crossfield passing it over to Todd Smith. Smith playing it for Pulisic. Tip to the side. Walker oversteps. Cleared back out in the neutral zone. Hesh, ball tackled by Uden. Betcher comes back over there. Ball in midfield. Manny Uden goes up for it, but it will be a foul against the Heat defender. Quickly, the Invaders restart. At center circle, Denzo Antonio. Enzo working it down, plays it off the boards, pops back out front, and Pulisic will clear it. On the near side, Hesh playing it down into the heat zone. Todd Smith, first one back for it. He's got some pressure, so he's going to have to bring it out himself. Plays it off the boards near side of Bialek. Neutral zone. Tom Bialek shutting it down the left corner. Mark Pulisic on it, left wing. Neutral zone, Todd Smith. Ball went right under his foot, but he recovers. Doug Swanson on in the midfield. Denzo Antonio. Ball sent down the heat zone. Chris Kelly headballs it back out. Belly pokes it near side of Bialek. Back over on the far side, Todd Smith. Smith running the carpet, laying it down for Pulisic at the yellow line. He's double teamed and knocked over by the Invaders. It's an over and back violation. Free kick coming up center point of the yellow line. Lely to restart. Center point, he'll play it right corner. Shot by Bialek, partly fanned on it. Back out to Lily, center point. He'll move, he'll groove, he'll shoot. Blocked by Hesh. Todd Smith runs it down the midfield all the way back to Scoop. Scoop will dump it down into the right corner, but it takes a high bounce out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Canton Invaders. We're going to step out. 7:31 to play here in the fourth. It's Harrisburg 20, Canton 17. Back on the Heat Soccer Network. Well, the Harrisburg Heat would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. So the Harrisburg Heat hotshot cheerleaders. Harrisburg will embark on a 3-game road trip coming up. Come back home at the end of the month. We're glad to have you along on Prime Sports KBL and the Heat Soccer Network, which of course includes simulcast on our fine radio stations. Canton restarts things. They trail by 3. Drew Burwash sending it down the near side. Betcher pokes it. Carrera comes up with it. His shot blocked back out. Chinapoo has it in midfield, playing it down right side. Dominic Mobilio. Paul Can will catch up to him. Mobilio gets it back to Betcher. All the way back to Stanisic. Scoop down the near side, headed back the other way. Manny Uden headballs it high. Bounces along the near side. Back out to Manny Uden. Right side, Chinapoo. Right corner, Mobilio. Right point, Chinapoo. Carrera knocks it away. Chinapoo gets her back. Guillermo trying to clear it out. Chinapoo comes up with it, but a foul called against the Heat. Free kick for Canton. So the Invaders to restart things. Drew Burwash sending it down the field. Manny Uden plays it the other way. Bryans comes up with it, getting it down for Bradley. Back to Bryans, intercepted by Betcher in midfield. Now Dominic Mobilio. He'll dump it down into the right corner, but Burwash gets there first, plays it back out of midfield. Mobilio is on it. Steve Kumbo Lobby tied up along the right side boards. The Heat will get a free kick coming up. Todd Smith will retake it. The three-pointer is blocked out of midfield. Mark Pulisic comes up with it along the near boards. Scoop Stanisic. Sending it all the way down the field. Burwash grabs on. Burwash taking his time. He's got 5 seconds to get it out of his own box. Near side, Pulisic knocks off Denzel. Cleared back out by Todd Smith. Foot race between Spencer and Bialek, but Spencer gets here first. Again, Burwash sending it down the field. Hesh plays it too hard. Lilly comes up with it for the Heat. Now Lilly lost in the midfield. Scott Spencer back the other way. Spencer has it poked away by Todd Smith and ran him over. Spencer's kick is blocked by Lilly and sent down the floor by Manny Uden. Pulisic has it in midfield looking for some help, but wasted too much time and had it knocked away. Uden then leaves it. Uden gets knocked hard into the boards. Foul called against Canton. Free kick for the Heat. 3-point lead for Harrisburg. 20-17. 5:15 to play. Chris Kelly in midfield. Bialek, right corner. Hard shot high and wide around the glass to the near side. All the way back to Stanisiak outside his yellow line. Scoop is on it. Far side, Todd Smith. Smith sending it down the Canton zone. Headed by Pulisic in the left wing boards. Hesh clears it back out. Betcher. Denzel Antonio. And Brines. Brines in midfield, works it down the middle. Guillermo Salgado gave it away. Hesh comes back over it. Doug Swanson at the yellow line for the Invaders. Working it around near side. Guillermo Salgado back over. Swanson center circle, Denzel Antonio. Denzel Antonio dumping it down the left corner. Swanson. Back out Guillermo. Three-pointer saved by Scoop. Stanisiak nowhere to go with it. Will now just whip it down the middle of the field. Mobilio will head ball to the far side. Albert Oni in for the Heat, seeing his first shift. Oni's pass intercepted by the Canton Invaders. Ryan's on it in midfield. Playing it back for Powers. Now for Spencer, sends it off the boards. Chinapoo comes up with it out of his own zone. He'll come. Far side by Lilly. Center circle, Mobilio. Back to Lilly, he'll dump it down. Manny Uden's going to move into the Canton zone, left wing, sends it off the boards. Burwash swats it back out front. Cleared out in the neutral zone. Mobilio again, left point, Manny Uden. All the way out of midfield, Richard Chinapoo. And Scoop Stanisiak outside his yellow line, far side. Tom Bialek. Three minutes to play. 20-17 Harrisburg. Give and go, Mobilio to Bialek. Left side, Bob Lilly. Saved by Burwash. Canton wants a timeout. They're going to switch to the sixth attacker. We'll step out. 2:53 to go in the fourth. Harrisburg 20, Canton 17 on the Heat Soccer Network.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds, it...
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
Welcome back to the Farm Show Arena. John Wilsbach with you. Some young Heat fans in attendance here, as well as old. Harrisburg clinging to a 3-point lead. Canton will go with the sixth attacker. That will be Doug Swanson. Swanson has played in 5 games this season as the sixth attacker, but has not allowed any goals. Swanson will play it down the near side for Denzel Antonio. Swanson, far side, Marcelo Carrera. Denzel, back out Swanson. Denzel, right point. Back out of midfield. The goalkeeper, Burwash, is pulled. The sixth attacker in for Canton. Shot goes over the glass, out of play. It deflected off of a Heat player, so it will be a kick in for the Canton Invaders from the right corner. Corner kick coming up. Antonio out front, shot blocked. Marcelo Carrera, I believe that was Todd Smith getting the foot on it. Paul Can on it in midfield. If this game would end with the current score, Todd Hofford would get the victory in net for the Heat. At midfield, Marcelo Carrera, shot. Knocked up over the crossbar, out of play. I don't know if Scoop got a hand on it or not. Scoop says, I didn't touch it. Referee Steve Siomez believes him. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Stanisek's going to whip it down the field. Mobilio battling against Carrera. And again, the Canton Invaders will run the carpet with 1:35 to play. Heat leading by 3. Goalkeeper pulled. 6th attacker, Doug Swanson. Left side, Marcelo Carrera. On the near side for Denzo Antonio. Canton needs a 3-pointer to tie it. Carrera, neutral zone, right point. Antonio. Score! A 3-point goal! Denzo Antonio, this game is tied at 20. Denzo Antonio with his second 3-pointer of the game. Anytime he gets his foot on the ball, you know it's going to be a rocket shot. 1:17 remaining here in the fourth. We're tied at 20. Time of the goal, 13:43. Antonio's second 3-pointer of the game, is 11th of the season. Should be an unassisted goal. Marcelo Carrera, that's right. We'll get credit for the assist. We're tied at 20. Richard Chinapoo near side. Laying it down, Guillermo sends it the other way. Canton looking to end an 11-game skid. Chris Kelly giving it away to Marcelo Carrera. He'll center in front, but Petcher gets back in time. Chinapoo comes up with it for the Heat. 45 seconds to play. We're tied. Guillermo in midfield. Slowing things up. By the way, Drew Burwash, the goalkeeper for Canton, is back in. Marcelo Carrera wide open, left wing. Shot just wide. Comes back out front. Guillermo shot. Loose in front. Cleared back out by Chinapoo. Ben Powers with the ball. Sends it down the slot wide. Carrera shot. Scored! Marcelo Carrera from the left wing. And now the Invaders lead it 22-20. What a comeback by the Canton Invaders. And the Heat will have to resort to the 6th attacker, Marcelo Carrera. His second of the game at 14:36. And we've got timeout. The Heat will have to go to the 6th attacker. Canton 22, Harrisburg 20, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
How domino champ Charlie Armstrong eats a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Canton Invaders score 5 points within 53 seconds of each other to take the lead at 22-20. Bob Lilly will come in now as the 6th attacker for the Heat as they pull goalkeeper Scoop Stanisek, who would get the loss in this one if the Heat cannot tie it or win it. Betcher has it kicked out of play by Denzo Antonio with 16 seconds to go. Got to be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat coming up at the top of the arc. Looked like it should have taken place on the left wing, but the Heat with a chance here from the top of the arc. Richard Chinapoo has been known to blast these into the net. He's got Betcher left, Bialek, Pulisic, Mobilio down low. Chinapoo will approach, he'll shoot, hit the left post. Betcher shot it wide. Lilly tries keeping it in, can't. Canton will clear it out with 10 seconds. Marcelo Carrera, midfield, 3-pointer, goal! Marcelo Carrera with a hat trick, and that's the icing on the cake. The Canton Invaders will most likely end their 11-game skid and get their 300th franchise victory. Third goal of the game for Marcelo Carrera, a 3-pointer. They're only ruling it a 2-pointer, but that should be a 3-pointer. Time of that goal, that last goal, was 14:55. They're ruling it a 2-point goal by Marcela Carrera, so the final score will be the Canton Invaders 24 and the Harrisburg Heat 20. We invite you now to stay tuned for the post-game show coming up here on the Heat Soccer Network.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds, it...
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
Right there, she puts it back up and in, bringing them to within 1. They're going to have a pressure on. Got 7 seconds left, 6. Back. He's looking to the right side. He's going to loft it into the end zone. Touchdown! 28-0.
There's no time left. Passes inside to Jenkins. He takes it up, scores.
Whether you're a pro athlete or a weekend warrior, we'll help you get back on the playing field. Call Tim Commercy Sports Medicine Center at 489-1245.
And welcome back to the Farm Show Arena. John Wills back with you on the post-game show. 24-20, the Canton Invaders win it over the Harrisburg Heat. Player of the game, Denzo Antonio, the player coach. 2 3-pointers. Never say die. Your team did not quit in this game.
All they did was come out and work. We made the proverbial rookie mistakes, first-year mistakes, but I give them all the credit because they stepped up and did what was necessary when push came to shove, and they ended up getting the result from it. And that's all I ever asked them to do, is to work. Do the things that we ask you to do, the simple things. I'm not expecting anybody to step out there and be the proverbial, Diego Maradona or Zoran Karic. I just want them to go out there and do their work, play their role, and whatever happens, happens. And we got a bit of that today. I just hope we can carry forward with that and produce something tomorrow when we play Chicago.
At the end of the game, you can see all the frustrations lifting off of you and your players by getting that victory, ending an 11-game skid, and getting the 300th career franchise victory.
Well, the 300th career franchise victory is nice. However, the reality of the situation is the majority of the players that are here have no idea what that really means, because they've only contributed, 6 wins last year, 3 wins this year. But the frustration of losing the 11 games in a row after getting off to a relatively good start, that showed today, and I really feel happy for the players. It's a burden that's sort of fallen off my back. It's fallen off my assistant coach, Willie Carrasco's back. And, what else can you say? Just step up, do the job, and we get happy.
Denzel, this game loaded with a bunch of 3-pointers for your team, and that really helped. And again, 2 from you and some of the other guys contributing.
Well, whenever you get a 3-pointer, you there's a combination of luck that comes into play and skill. We've got players that can hit them, and we just decided to step up and hit and see what happens. And we got lucky. One was a deflection. I hit one off a restart, which is a little unusual, but still, if you hit them, you get them, you take them, you go from there. People look at the 3-point system and say, well, I don't know about that 3-point, 2-point, 1-point. But, it turns the game around. We're in a situation where we really were sort of out of reach. We score a 3-pointer, we're back within 2. We score another one, we're up by a point. It turned the tide of the game. It set the crowd on edge. All of a sudden, they're starting to think, hey, maybe Harrisburg can lose this game. Maybe they're not going to win this game. If another 3-pointer comes in, this game's tied. Bang, 3-pointer, 20-20. Marcelo gets his. Go from there.
Congratulations on an exciting win.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to the locker room and enjoy it with the rest of the boys.
All right. Denzo Antonio, the Canton Invaders, 24-20. The Invaders win it. Back with a final recap on the Heat Soccer Network.